for example 5, we finally get to graph one of these things. We're going to graph the parabola, axis of symmetry, focus, and the directrix. Awesome. If we take a look at this, the very first thing I'm noticing, I don't know if you are, is that the center is at 0, 0. There's nothing happening really by the x and the y. So let's put a point right there, and boy, I made a little whoopsie here. That's actually called the vertex. I've been doing way too many videos on ellipses and hyperbolas and circles, and that's called the center there, but it's really the vertex here for a parabola. You find it the exact same way that you do the center for the other ones. The next thing to do is to take a look at the axis of symmetry, and we need to take a look at which direction this thing opens to begin with. If we look here, we've got the y part being squared, and then the x is not being squared. So it's going to open left and right, and in this case it's definitely going to open in the left direction because we have this negative sign here. So to figure out the axis of symmetry, it's going to look something like this, and if we graph that, it's just going to be the line that goes right through. In this case it's a horizontal line right here, so we can put maybe axis or something like that, some notation there, and that's going to go right through the vertex. So the next thing to do is find the focus and the directrix. To do that, we need to find P. Well, 4P is equal to -4, so P is equal to -1. I like to think of this P being just as a +1. If I do that, all I need to figure out is I know it's going to open to the left. I just need to figure out that my focus is going to be somewhere to the left. And so the focus is going to be right there, and then the directrix would be 1 unit to the right. So we can maybe put DIR or something like that, or directrix. If you want to write the whole thing out, you can. Kind of a dashed line for sure. The next thing to do is to plot a few points, and if we plot the lattice rectum, what we need to do is we need to look at P, and P is 1, and we need to double it. So the distance from the directrix to the focus is 2 units long in this case, or 2 times 1. And then we're going to go from the focus, we're going to go 2 units, in this case up, and then 2 units down. And those will be some other points on the parabola, and then we just need to try to graph this thing to the best of our ability. We're going to try to make it symmetric, and for what we're doing here, that's pretty good. If you plot more points, you can get more accurate. But what I'm more concerned with for these parabolas is that you can identify the axis of symmetry, find the focus and directrix, and then plot a couple more points. In this case, using the lattice rectum.